The far west side of San Antonio has become a hotspot for some of the very best new home communities in the $300,000 price range in the entire city. And I'm not just talking about how some builders be like, starting in the 300,000s, only to have a couple of teaser floor plans available before you have to go way over 400 grand just to get something decent. No. This is Greg Foster with Market Boss Real Estate Group, and in this video I'm covering the top 4 communities that dozens and dozens of our clients have been moving to, where you can actually get into a home with the size and the layout that you're looking for, with the upgrades that you want, all the amenities that you'd ever need, great schools for the kids, lots of shopping close by, and still keep your final home price somewhere in the 300,000s. Now, Valley Ranch by D.R. Horton is easily one of the best places to live in the entire city from a value standpoint. I mean, I've seen other communities for twice the price with half as much as this neighborhood has to offer. You've got this massive 8-acre resort-style amenity center that checks all the boxes for what a lot of people are looking for. There's multiple pools in here with 0-point beach entry and splash water features on the shallow side for the kids, a separate lap pool further back, and a couple of water slides that have this whole thing looking like a mini water park. There's community events at the amphitheater, an open-air pavilion with outdoor kitchens and a food truck station, and there's also sport courts in here too for tennis or pickleball, and a full-on basketball court for pickup games in the evenings and on the weekends. You can let your kids loose here at the shaded playground, and if you're really looking for a workout, Valley Ranch has one of the largest and most complete fitness centers I've ever seen in a neighborhood, with plenty of cardio and weight machines for everyone to use, and lots of natural light pouring in through these large floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the pools outside. Everything about Valley Ranch was designed around the idea of families and neighbors coming together in this close-knit community setting. You have an exemplary rated elementary school with Callison Elementary right there at the front side of the neighborhood, so it's close enough for a lot of the kids to either walk or ride their bikes to school every day. And while middle schoolers in Valley Ranch will attend Northside's newest campus with Strauss Middle School opening back in the fall of 2021, high schoolers are zoned for Harlan High School, which first opened back in 2017 and already holds several district titles for their athletic programs in basketball, football, volleyball, and soccer. Really, it's the schools, the amenities, and the overall lifestyle that really draw a lot of people to this community, and when you couple that with a wide selection of affordable floor plans, it's easy to see why this is one of D.R. Horton's most desirable neighborhoods in all of San Antonio. There's 2 lines to choose from with their Express series, starting all the way down in the 250s for their smaller 1-story home designs, and going up to the mid-300s for their largest plan with 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and nearly 2,700 square feet across 2 stories. This right here is your more affordable option with slightly smaller lot sizes, mostly siding on the exterior with some brick accents, and more of an entry-level finish out with the lighting, flooring, and plumbing options throughout. My team and I, we've had a lot of our clients take advantage of this series right here when they're either buying for the very first time or if they're looking at scaling down into something more manageable. Then there's the Tradition series starting in the mid-300s, ranging from more than 1,700 square feet to a little over 3,500 square feet of living space. You definitely get more for the higher pricing in this series with wider home sites for bigger backyards, full brick elevations with stone accents, and a higher tier finish out with upgrades like bay windows and large covered patios, 2-story living areas, and next level options for flooring, countertops, and fixtures throughout. If you're looking for great schools, an amazing quality of life, and amenities that'll have you feeling like you're on vacation every day, then I'm telling you, Valley Ranch is where it's at. Now, the trails on the preserve at Culebra are technically 2 different communities by 2 separate builders, but with both of them being right next to each other, it's kind of hard to see where one starts and the other stops. And with both KB and Starlight hitting the mark with great amenities and quality, affordable home designs in the $300K price range, my team and I, we've been spending a lot of time with our clients in these communities trying to decide between the 2. And personally, I think Starlight might have more to offer when it comes to their amenity center and the trails. You've got multiple pools in here to take advantage of, with a smaller, more shallow side with 0-point beach entry and little bubblers over here for the smaller kids, and a larger Olympic style pool on the other end with full lap lanes. You got shelf seating and these little cabanas all the way around for plenty of room to spread out and take in the sun. There's also a splash pad and a good sized green space to run around in right next to the park area, with lots of little hills and swings and slides all lined with spongy turf stuff, so the kids, when they fall down, they tend to bounce off and not get hurt. And then there's a full-size basketball court in here too. Over on the KB side in the preserve, their amenity center also has a lot of green space for running around outside, along with a little playground for jumping around, climbing on stuff, and a couple of slides over here too. There's this nice, really tall covered pavilion for picnics or hanging out, and the community pool also has a 0-point entry with shelf seating all around too. Now for me, what really sets the preserve apart from the trails is how KB puts so many of their home designs on display in their model home park here. You've got 6 model homes all lined up right next to each other to walk through, which really gives you the opportunity to see the full range of what KB has to offer. There's 2 different home series available with a total of 26 floor plans to choose from, starting in the mid-200,000s for a 1,300 square foot single story home with 3 beds, 2 baths, and a 2-car garage, going all the way up to the high 300s for this massive 2-story home with 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and more than 3,700 square feet of living space. And then back in the trails, you've got 19 different plans to select from, with pricing starting even lower, closer to the 230s for their entry-level lantern plan around 1,200 square feet, and going up to the mid 300,000s for their largest supernova plan with 5 bedrooms and nearly 2,700 square feet of interior space. And Starlight's model here in the trails also does a really good job of displaying all the options you've got available to you in your new home as well. You've got this wide open main floor living space, a large island kitchen with plenty of storage, counter space, and bar top seating adjacent to an inviting breakfast area with lots of natural light. The primary suite serves as the perfect retreat at the end of a long day, and the game room upstairs is super spacious with plenty of room for everyone to spread out and have some fun. I'm telling you, these two communities really have a lot to offer. There's just so many options to consider, and it's why we've been spending so much of our time here with our clients lately. And many of them were able to find exactly what they were looking for in a home, in a community that they could really be proud of living in, and they did it more affordably here than they could anywhere else in San Antonio. Now, this next community is extra special to me because it's where my family and I lived for the first 8 years after we moved to San Antonio, and it really is one of the prettiest neighborhoods that you're going to find in the far west side of town. Stillwater Ranch sits on just over 1,100 manicured acres, with more than 200 of those acres preserved for natural areas, beautiful green spaces, and lots of amenities just perfect for spending time outside. There's more than 3 miles of trail systems winding throughout the neighborhood if you're looking for that nature vibe. You've got multiple amenity centers to choose from, the largest of which is towards the front of the community with a junior Olympic-sized swimming pool, lighted tennis and basketball courts. There's a gym right up in there, and open grassy areas for picnics and youth sports practices and community events throughout the entire year. Further back in the community, you have the second and the newest amenity center, which was completed just a couple of years ago. The pool here is a little smaller with some splashy water features and more shallow areas for the smaller kids, and there's a little park right over in there too. What's really surprising to me though is that as big as this neighborhood is, the amenity centers here usually aren't very crowded at all, even on the weekends and especially in the mornings. Scarborough Elementary is located right at the center of the neighborhood, and if you ask me, it's probably the greatest elementary school on the planet. Now granted, both our girls went there, okay, so I might just be a little bit biased, but the kids and the parents in this neighborhood really do love this elementary school. Stillwater kids also attend Folks Middle School, which is also where both our girls went. Super high ratings, and we had a lot of really great experiences with some pretty amazing teachers there too. Towards the back of the neighborhood is Northside's largest and newest high school campus, which just opened back in the fall of 2022. Sotomayor High School has 2 courtyards for outdoor learning and creative centers, and it also sits right next to Government Canyon State Natural Area with some unique partnership opportunities. And although the amenities and the active lifestyle here will have you wanting to spend a lot of time outside, I can tell you from personal experience that the home life here is really amazing too. The newest section in Stillwater features David Weekley homes with floor plans starting just under 300,000 for around 1,500 square feet and going to the upper 300s for nearly 2,800 square feet, making this their most affordable home series in the whole San Antonio area. Really, I'm used to seeing David Weekley's homes in the $500,000 to $600,000 range in most of their communities and well over $700,000 in some of their more luxury neighborhoods. And they're bringing that same standard of quality and attention to detail to their 40-foot section here in Stillwater Ranch. Now, if you're looking for a really unique opportunity, then you should definitely check out the Town Square by Chesmar Homes. They've recently come out with these 2- and 3-story townhomes designed to serve a more affordable price point, with plans starting in the 320s for about 1,500 square feet and going up to the low 400,000s for close to 2,100 square feet. And people have been buying these things up like hotcakes around here. You've got this perfect balance of both urban and suburban living with modern home designs, all arranged in these smaller cul-de-sac lots, each backing to a green belt with beautiful views, tons of natural light, and quick access to the amenity center right across the street. What people love most about Stillwater Ranch is the fun, active lifestyle, the great schools, the awesome amenities, and the neighbors that become friends and look out for one another. It's truly an amazing place to call home, and for our first 8 years after moving to San Antonio, my family and I really enjoyed living here. Now, if you're considering a move in the near future, my team and I, we're helping our clients find amazing homes and communities they love all around the Alamo City. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home anywhere in the San Antonio area, then give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or click the link in the description to schedule a Zoom call with a member of my team. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back in San Antonio, Texas.